Hello and welcome to Graphic Online News in Brief. In the headlines, First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo refunds paid allowances since 2017 totaling more than 899,000 cedis. NDC asks Chief Justice to step aside for probe into $5 million bribery allegation. Driver of truck involved in Tema tollbooth accident to be charged for careless and inconsiderate driving. Cantonment Police in Accra go after woman who attempted to smuggle firearms to suspect in custody. And collapsed mad house kills mother and son in Bono Region. News in Brief is brought to you by.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
And now the news in brief. The First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, has returned to the state an amount of 899,097 cedis 84 pesos, being the full refund of allowances paid her since 7th January 2017. She issued a consolidated bank Ghana check with number 000002 for the amount. The refund follows her rejection of proposed allocated salaries approved by Parliament, which has since generated controversies and engendered public debate.
Second Lady Samira Baumia has similarly threatened to follow suit. The office of the First Lady, in a letter addressed to the Chief of Staff announcing the refund of her allowances, said she remains committed to her role as the First Lady and devoted to her charity work of championing the well-being of women and children. The approval of the proposed allocated salaries was made after the Intia Mwabedi Committee gave recommendations for the spouses of President and Vice President to be paid salaries. Many, including former President John Mahama and the Trades Union Congress, have opposed the approval by Parliament.
The National Democratic Congress is urging the Chief Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah to temporarily step aside from office in order to allow for fair investigations into a $5 million bribery allegation against him.
Chief Justice Enin-Yeboah has denied the allegations that he demanded or collected a $5 million bribe to influence a court case. He has consequently petitioned the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service to launch criminal investigations into the matter. But the General Secretary of the NDC, Mr. Johnson Esiedun Ketia, speaking during a press conference in Accra on Tuesday, July 13, said it is only fair that the Chief Justice steps aside to allow for fair investigations into the case.
Best practice will require that the Chief Justice steps aside temporarily until the matters are looked into and a clear outcome emerges. And we believe this instance calls for such an action. Friends from the media, in making these calls, we are guided by the supreme interests of governance and the preservation of the image of critical state institutions like the judiciary and its leaders, especially the Chief Justice.
The Ghana Police Service has blamed the tipper truck driver, Isaac Osei, for Monday's accident at the Tema toll plaza, which killed one person and injured 6 others. The police intends to prefer a provisional charge of careless, inconsiderate and negligent driving against the driver.
Deputy Tema Regional Police Commander of the Motor Traffic and Transport Department, DSP Bruce Amwa, told Graphic Online that the 37-year-old driver drove into one of the booths without due care. The dead has since been identified as a cleaner at the booth. 2 vehicles were also wrecked beyond repair, while one of the toll booths was flattened entirely.
The police at Cantonment in Accra are looking for a woman who allegedly attempted to smuggle a locally manufactured pistol and a bullet to a suspect being detained for various robbery offenses.
According to the police, the woman of about 23 years reported at the Cantonment Police Station on Sunday evening with 2 packs of fried rice intended for the suspect in custody, identified as Asukio Imbutidem Edem Faith, a Nigerian. According to the police, the officer on duty at the charge office upon inspection of the food packs uncovered the locally manufactured pistol and 1 AA cartridge concealed in one of the food packs. However, she vanished from the station before they could arrest her.
And to our last story, a 31-year-old mother, Ama Mary, and her 1.5-year-old son have lost their lives after their mad house collapsed on them at Accra near Winchi in the Bono Region. Mary was said to be preparing the family's breakfast at about 9:15 when the incident happened.
According to the assemblyman for the Accra electoral area, Mr. Winston Jan, following warnings from the National Disaster Management Organization to people living in dilapidated houses in the town, all the occupants of the mad family house had vacated, leaving Mary and her husband and the son. Mr. Jan said the house was among others in the town with their foundation eaten up by erosion. The body of the deceased has been deposited at the Winchi Methodist Hospital morgue.
Thank you for watching. We will see you again tomorrow with another edition. Stay safe and protect yourself from COVID-19. For more news, visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at GraphicGH. I am Juliet Echan Safo.
Subscribe now.